much help as you can get to minimize the amount of mass that you need to accelerate to that speed is better.
Yeah, the fairing is kind of like it's just a big windshield for the satellite. Satellites really aren't built to withstand intense aerodynamic forces because they're meant to operate inside the vacuum of space. So what we do is we lose that fairing as soon as we get out of the atmosphere, and that's where we are right now.
Yes, and so, look at that. You can see that the first stage grid fins are deployed. Now those grid fins are powered by nitrogen thrusters, and they're used to actually steer and guide the rocket back down to Earth.
They're useful both at high speeds when you're moving at very supersonic and again when you're starting to move slower, but not when you're going through the transition of the speed of sound. They become less helpful.
All right, we're going to go to John I.
We're at T plus 5.5 minutes into the flight. Second stage continuing to head downrange as we go into what will be the first of two orbits, the low Earth orbit, followed by a coast phase, then a reignition of the second stage engine later on this morning to get the 10 Iridium satellites into their final orbit. Now currently you can see the nozzle, well you can't see the nozzle of the second stage because we're showing you the first stage right now. Grid fins are deployed. We're coming up on the next first stage event, which will be in about 17 seconds, which is beginning of the entry burn, which will then be followed shortly after that by the landing burn. On the right, you can see the second stage engine nozzle. That's currently glowing red. That's typical for the upper stage engine. Everything's looking good right now. Give me a second. Let me see how things are going on the first stage. And we're coming up on the engines. We have boost back burn. You can hear the applause in the background from the SpaceX team gathered around the Mission Control Center as we're watching the 3 Merlin engines on the first stage light, and we have got shutdown for the boost back burn. So currently we're coming up on T plus 7 minutes. Second stage continues to head into orbit. First stage is coming back to the drone ship. Let's go down to the floor for the landing burn and the entry into orbit of the second stage.
So as you just saw, the re-entry burn for the first stage has just completed and looks successful. You can still see camera footage from the first stage descending down. Hopefully we'll be able to maintain video all the way down to the drone ship.
What a great shot that is. It's beautiful. Now, so as you know, sometimes we lose that video in the drone ship. There's a lot of vibrations happening there. We're going to try our best to keep that link, and hopefully once that landing burn hits, we'll catch it. We'll see it visually. And if all goes well, Falcon 9 will be standing proud there on the deck of our drone ship.
You may have noticed little puffs of what looked like smoke coming out from between the grid fins every once in a while. Those are part of the attitude control system. I think this is the
landing burn. Looks like the landing burn has just started, so we should be coming right down on the deck of Just Read the Instructions.
This is a single engine landing burn, so it's a slower decrease in speed.
You can actually see the deck of the drone ship right now.
Wow.